Here's a question for you. How would you find a mod on the Nexus that makes it so that all bird nests give more eggs? Maybe you could try searching more eggs. Well, that doesn't work. How about bird eggs? No? Again. Maybe just eggs. Also no. Why? Because the actual name of the mod is, of course, Harvest Chicken Butthurt Sensitizer. Great mod, impossible to find. Let me help you find some more great mods. Welcome to Hidden Gems, Episode 8. I'm not dead! Beginning with a Daedric theme, we have Daedric Voices by HX Hunter 15.
Weak. He's weak.
This is a brilliant mod for role-playing. It allows the Daedric princes to speak to you, on occasion, while using their Daedric artifacts. The mod author painstakingly edited over 247 possible voice lines across all of the Daedric artifacts. Take a listen.
Suffer.
No! Victory or Solid!
Each artifact has its own conditions when the prince can speak to you, like when killing an enemy with the Mace of Molag Bal.
Left to rot.
Or sheathing your weapon after combat while you're carrying Azura's star.
Farewell, mortal.
Or equipping Hircine's ring.
You bear my ring.
Also take note of the enhanced voices of the Daedric princes. This is from another mod, Daedric Enigma Daedric Prince Voice Rework by Sata Phoenix.
You're small.
You'll need the patch from the Daedric Enigma optional files for them to work together, but the new voices sound great. Now you can roleplay as a true Daedric champion, or just occasionally remind yourself of that fun quest you went on to get the artifact. Continuing on with the Daedric theme, we have not 1, but 18 mods, those being Mandragora Sprout's Daedric Shrine mods, which add or replace 16 statues of the Daedric princes, as well as Sithis and Jigalag. Some are just statue replacers, however, many shrines are actually added to places throughout the world, which is super reminiscent of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, if you've heard of that game. Unlike that game, there are no Daedric cultists devoted to the Daedric princes at each shrine, but it definitely reminds you that those cults are out there and that there's much more to the world than just what you experience in-game. You can even get the Winter Sun patch for each statue and use them as places of dark worship. Optionally, you can just install the Daedric shrines all in one mod to get all the shrines in one, except for Sithis and Jigalag, of course, but 18 mods just sounds so much better for the video. This mod adds so much to the landscape and, like Oblivion, makes the land feel just a bit more mystical. Which is very similar to the next mod, S606T Lore Oblivion Gates by Sun606 Tredis, which adds 13 ruined Oblivion Gates to various locations around Skyrim. Each gate is handcrafted and crumbling in a different way from the rest. Like the Daedric Shrines, this mod enriches the feeling of exploration in the world, improves the game's world building by connecting it to the events of the last game, and adds more references to the coolest aspect of the Elder Scrolls world, the Daedra. And now for something completely different. I present Quaint Graves by Rosella, which simply adds little grave sites to the outskirts of small villages like Riverwood, Karthwasten, Rorikstead, Old Heraldin, High Hrothgar, and 9 more. A nice little immersion mod that adds something that really ought to have been in the vanilla game to begin with. Once again, modders pick up the slack on Bethesda's world building. Speaking of little immersion mods, there's More Thieves' Caches by Gervant from Ribia, which adds more Thieves' Caches. You'll find them hidden in and around towns and villages, with the classic Thieves Guild shadow mark visible on the front. This mod adds 25 of them to Skyrim, which makes the Thieves Guild feel a bit more influential, but I'm only going to show a few. Wouldn't want to spoil your fun. If you enjoyed that last mod, this one will excite you. It's Thieves' Night on the Town by Mega Potato. To my great pleasure, this mod is a surprisingly compatible overhaul of the Thieves Guild Radiant quests. Not only can you actually choose which hold you'd like to do those jobs in now, but you can also take all the Radiant jobs at once. But the best part of the mod is that it actually expands the settlements that you can perform jobs in. Instead of only the 5 major cities like before, now you can do Radiant Thieves Guild quests in all 9 cities, and even smaller towns like Riverwood, Rorikstead, Dragonbridge, and Karthwasten. And modded settlements that use the stock Radiant quest system, like Arthmore's villages or the TES legendary cities, are compatible right out of the box. As if that wasn't enough, Thieves' Night on the Town also enacts several fixes for the vanilla quests, like allowing you to get arrested in one hold
My order the yard. I saw that. Stop right there.
without automatically failing a Radiant quest for another hold. Your Thief playthrough just got a lot more dynamic. Next, offering an upgrade to leather armor, we've got Nordic Leather Armor by Nariv. It is craftable with the Advanced Armors perk, it is about the same level as Scaled Armor, and it's a nice looking mashup of the vanilla leather and Nordic carved armor sets. There's a helmet and a slightly weaker circlet, and wow, can I just say, this has got to be one of the best looking mashup armor sets I've ever seen. It's quite simple, and because of that, it fits perfectly as an advanced armor option in the vanilla game. Excellent work. Second to last, we have a favorite player home of mine, Wizard's Well by Haim Projects, creator of such mods as Project AHO and Carved Brink. To start, the only way to access the home is through these 3 wizard wells placed around Skyrim, in Winterhold, Riften, and Markarth. Teleporting through them will land you in front of this exquisite home, seemingly in a different dimension. The architecture is dwarven mixed with dark elven, and the visuals are top-notch with this eerie, ethereal blue glow, obsidian gates hanging from the ceiling, and the house itself suspended in mid-air by great chains. The first time you come through one of these wells, you'll be in awe, but the home is actually as functional as it is visually interesting. You've got every kind of crafting station under the sun, a bed, a basement garden, and tons of storage space to make this your little home. If that hasn't convinced you, then I should add that the music playing in the house is from Morrowind, so this player home really does have it all. Now, bringing it back to the Oblivion theme. No, not that Oblivion. This Oblivion. We have Oblivion interaction icons by RBT Revolton. With this mod, activate text like sit, open, or activate is replaced with these icons reminiscent of the Elder Scrolls 4. The icons even turn red when activating an object would be illegal, like when stealing or pickpocketing. And it's entertaining to see what little picture appears for different activities like sitting, mining, lockpicking, and more. It's nice to just declutter the HUD a little, and have a bit of that Oblivion nostalgia once again in Skyrim. Actually, there's been a lot of that in this video. Anyway, thanks for watching. So, you might have noticed, I've kind of revamped this series a little bit to give myself some more freedom, since I discovered that I actually hated making the prior videos in this series. I also should apologize for the ridiculous, 8-month wait. It was a mixture of hardware issues, general laziness, a recurring addiction to Hunt Showdown, and the aforementioned dislike of making these videos. But hopefully with the changes to the format, it'll be far less draining to make these videos. And finally, I want to say thank you all for your support. And if you made it this far in the video, say Frostbite Spider in a comment down below. Winky face.